the post, they score! Riker Evans on the follow-up. One-timer! Oh, mercy, what a stop. Grubauer on Berggren. Backhander turned out, they score! Capo out-muscling his man. Dunn with a shot, they score! And Vince Dunn in game number 600. The rebound, they score! Chandler Stevenson.
After a much-needed break, the Kraken are back to work. With just over 20 games left in the regular season, all eyes are set on a return to the playoffs. And with the conference so close, every game matters. Welcome to Kraken-home-ice. In this episode, the players talk playoff push, Olympics, and the NHL players they looked up to as kids. Kraken broadcaster Eddie Olczyk was in the booth for Team USA men's hockey versus Canada. Edzo shares what it was like calling the gold medal game. And we're hearing from a mic'd-up Philip Grubauer, full-time goalie, part-time comedic delight. The Olympic break was an eventful one for a few Kraken players. Philip Grubauer, Capo Kakko, and Elli Tolvanen competed for their countries in Milan. The Finns returning home as bronze medalists.
Once in a lifetime situation, be able to represent Finland, come home with the bronze medal too. It was pretty surreal.
It was fun, really fun. With a lot of good guys, we did well also, so it was really fun.
Incredible feeling, incredible experience, really honored to that I got to represent Germany on this stage.
It was a memorable time in Milan for the Kraken Olympians.
It's definitely a top memory for sure. Best on best hockey, how well we played, how cool the experience was seeing all the other athletes, all the hockey players.
This was Elli Tolvanen's second time representing Finland at the Winter Games, a first for Capo Kakko. But the two have played on the Finnish national team multiple times, so Milan was a reunion with a lot of familiar faces.
It's a special group of guys. I think everybody's just so happy to play with each other there. There's a lot of guys that, grew up together playing in the national team. Finland is a small country, so you kind of knew all the guys, so it's kind of cool to go back.
It's something what's not going to happen too often. We kind of knew each other pretty well already, so it was very good to see all those guys and to play with those also, so that was pretty fun couple of weeks.
For Philip Grubauer, playing for Team Germany at the Olympics has been a lifelong dream.
Since we were kids, we only got to see the Olympics. We only got to see the best players on TV during the Olympics. Watching my idol, Olli Kolzig, Robert Muller, play, and a couple other goalies play in those games. Obviously now, stepping on the ice and representing Germany myself, like I said, it was a huge honor.
When they weren't playing hockey, Ruby, Tolvi, and Capo were enjoying the Olympic Village.
Being able to explore Milan and see everything around it, and have family there and friends and all that. So I think that was even cooler than the ones in 2018.
That was something I was waiting a lot to see. All the athletes from all the countries. That was one of the funniest part also. I kind of see what everyone is doing out there.
Olympic Village was awesome. Food was great. Just the whole experience was amazing. Having my whole family there, and it was great.
And while these three represented on the Olympic stage, they had their Kraken teammates supporting them.
They've all done so well, and I think they're all in such unique situations. I think with Gruby, he's been a big piece of that team for a long time, so it's good to see him get in there and compete, and then the Finnish team doing really well too with Capo and Tolvi there. They're all three incredible players, and more than deserving to be there, and just to get to represent your country on the international stage at the Olympics is a dream come true for those guys. So getting to support them and watch them play is the best.
After a busy hockey season and a January packed with 17 games, the Olympic break came at just the right time. For the Kraken players who didn't go to Milan, they traveled to other parts of the world to enjoy their downtime.
I went to Bora Bora. It was pretty scenic. It's kind of how you see on TikTok and Instagram and things like that. The water is so beautiful and so blue. Like you don't really see that anywhere else. So it's nice to relax.
Yeah, so I went to Cabo with some of the other guys, so it was awesome to get some sun and be with with my fiance and be with them as well.
My girlfriend and I went down to Scottsdale, and we went to the Waste Management Open golf tournament, so that was a lot of fun. Watched some golf, visited friends, and we went over to Charlotte, where my girlfriend's from, stayed with her family for a few days, and then went down to Naples, Florida. I got some family down there, and it was just a great time on the beach. Got some sun, got some rest, so yeah, feeling good, excited to be back.
While a lot of the Kraken were chasing the sunshine over the break, others stayed closer to home.
Yeah, it was good. It was, got some family time, good weather. We didn't go anywhere. We stayed close just because wife's pregnant, but much needed, especially for, myself and injuries that I had. Good to recover and feeling good.
The time off resulting in a refreshed and ready to go team.
Usually get a couple days off here and there, but I mean to have 12 days was nice to have, but it's also nice to be back here. Everyone got refreshed and ready to go for the rest of the season.
This one was long, but I think it's really important. Just an opportunity to try to get healthy and get rested and recovered. I mean, especially this year with how many games we've been playing in such a short time, it's really hard to recover. I think January went the way we had hoped, and we put ourselves in a good position now. So to just hop back on that train and coming back together and working hard for each other to get back into the rhythm of things right now.
The Kraken were back in action on Wednesday against Dallas. They got off to a slow start on both ends of the ice, managing just 4 shots on goal until midway through the second period. Kraken down 1-0 in the second. Off the faceoff, Thomas Harley shoots the puck. Matthew Duchesne redirects it past Joey Daccord. The Stars build a 4-0 lead. The Kraken get on the board in the third period. Berkeley Catton steals the puck, can't get off a good shot. Riker Evans jumps on the rebound and fires it home to cut the lead to 4-1. 1 minute later, the teams square off. Jacob Melanson gets into it with Adam Ernie. And Ben Myers is having a go with Justin Riksovian. The Kraken showing some fire, but it's too late in this one. Dallas wins 4-1. Thursday, the Kraken hoping for a better night against St. Louis. Seattle down 1-0 in the first period. Capo Kakko working hard in front. He stuffs it in to lock it up at 1-1. Second period, the Blues score 2 goals in a 33-second span. Philip Grubauer makes the first save, but the Blues jump all over the loose puck, and Dylan Holloway scores. He finishes with 3 goals in the game for the hat trick. It looks like the Kraken cut the lead to 3-2 later in the period. Ben Myers gets credit for the redirection, but the play is ruled offsides. The Blues score 2 more in the third as the Kraken lose 5-1. March 6th is the NHL trade deadline. The Kraken making some moves this week. Ben Myers and Ryan Winterton have signed 2-year contract extensions. Both forwards have split their time between the Kraken and Coachella Valley Firebirds. They were both called up this season when the team was dealing with a number of injuries. Now, they'll continue to play with the club through the 2027-28 season. Head coach Lane Lambert is happy with what he has seen from the forwards, especially 27-year-old Ben Myers.
Came to the rink every day, played hard, played well. I'm really happy for a guy like that who, has kind of, I guess you could say, learned it the hard way. And it's nice to see, it's nice to see a player deserving of it get an opportunity.
The Kraken also deciding to release Ty Cartier this week. He was placed on waivers on Thursday and picked up by the New York Rangers Friday. Cartier was signed as a free agent by Seattle March 1st, 2022. He made his NHL debut in Game 5 of the 2023 Stanley Cup playoffs, where he also scored his first NHL goal against the Colorado Avalanche. More to come on kraken-home-ice. We're hearing from the Seattle Torrent gold medal champions on their big win in Milan. Plus, Kraken broadcaster Eddie Olczyk was in the booth for the men's gold medal win. How this was a full circle moment for Red Zone.
I could not believe that I was actually seeing what I was, because 46 years ago I was a young boy watching A Miracle on Ice.
The Seattle Torrent had a very successful showing in Milan. Of the 6 Olympians on the team, 5 returned with medals. Julia Gosling, a silver medalist with Team Canada. Hillary Knight, Alex Carpenter, Kayla Barnes, and Hannah Bilka, all gold medalists for Team USA. It was a close game against Canada until the very end with just over 2 minutes to go. Canada up 1. Layla Edwards shoots. Hillary Knight redirects the puck for the tying goal. The game goes to overtime, and then 4 minutes into the OT, Megan Keller makes a slick move and scores, crowning the U.S. gold medal champions. An unforgettable moment for the Torrent Olympians.
It's really a huge team effort, right? And so while I knew we were going to find that one goal we needed, no idea who it was going to come from, but I'm happy we found it and we found the next one. Pure excitement, pure joy, pure magic.
You know, I was in tears with my parents after we won, and they're so proud of me, but I'm, so proud that, those are my people and that they were there to support me, and just to share that moment is something that we will remember forever.
I hope we can inspire other girls, and I hope they have dreams to be in the Olympics one day, and that's, how I started, was watching the 2014 Olympic team. So now that I'm on the other side of it, it's a really surreal feeling.
It was double gold for Team USA. The men also captured gold with a thrilling overtime win against Canada. In the booth for that game was Kraken broadcaster Eddie Olczyk. Brianna Vasquez talked with Edzo about what it was like calling the action and seeing the U.S. win gold for the first time in 46 years.
An alum of USA Hockey, I could not believe that I was actually seeing what I was.
From dreaming of playing on the Olympic stage at 12 years old, to playing for Team USA at 17, to now covering Olympic hockey as an analyst, Team USA's gold medal win was a full circle moment for Eddie Olczyk.
46 years ago, I was a young boy watching the Miracle on Ice team have arguably the greatest team win in the history of all sports, and here we are 46 years later, and the U.S. one of the favorites, and it took me back. It just took me back, and I couldn't have been happier for the team and our country back home, and all the young hockey players, boys and girls, and the guys trying to do what the women did a couple of days earlier, putting that all under the umbrella to go and see the best on best at the Olympics in Milan, and to have I would argue I had the best seat in the house, and to be able to watch it take place, it was everything that I had hoped. I mean, it was an honor, a privilege to be able to be a part of it on the TV side.
The men's gold medal game was the 14th game Edzo called in Milan.
Full disclosure, I know I had a job to do. I'd like to think that we and I were very fair on our assessment in the games, and when the U.S. wasn't playing well, I think we said it, and if they should have gotten a penalty, I think we said it. But I was bleeding red, white, and blue, and I'll be honest with you, in the third period when Connor Hellebuck was standing on his head, I was sweating red, white, and blue. I was saying, like, come on, guys, like, on the inside, like, okay, we got to turn this thing around.
And turn things around they did.
Every time the puck would enter a zone, you thought, well, here's the chance for it to be a gold medal game. When I saw the U.S. going the opposite way in the odd man situation, kind of felt that it was going to end. And Zach Werenski made a great play on Nathan McKinnon, stripped him, and then he made the pass over to Jack. And I think Jordan Binnington, the goaltender for Canada, thought he was going to get the puck up, and he actually did, and he kind of shot a little bit lower. And then after that, don't ask me what I did, Bree, because I blacked out.
Edzo is excited to see what the men's and women's gold medal wins will do for the game.
What I'm hoping is that, like the 1980 team did for me, inspire me, it will inspire the next generation. So I'm sure for all the players, boys and girls now, whether they're learning to or they are already in it, that could be that goal that they think about. So that to me is what I really feel the big picture is.
Ahead on Kraken Home Ice, the players talk about their mindset going into the final part of the regular season. And in this week's shootout, we're going down memory lane. The Kraken share their NHL role models. Former longtime Seattle Totems captain Guile Fielder passed away at 95 years old. He was the oldest remaining former Seattle professional hockey player. Guile won 3 minor professional championships with the Totems and kept this city on the hockey map decades before the NHL's arrival. He retired in 1973 and remains pro hockey's 4th all-time leader in points at 2,037, behind only Wayne Gretzky, Gordie Howe, and Jaromir Jagr. The Kraken have an annual Guile Fielder Award given out to the player who best exhibits the qualities of perseverance, hustle, and dedication to hockey. Jaden Schwartz has won the award for 3 consecutive years. We're in the last stretch of the regular season, and we hear players say it all the time. Every game matters. Brianna Vasquez had a chance to catch up with some of the guys.
I talked to some of the players about their mindset going into this next part of the season and what needs to be done in order to make the playoffs.
To Dunn, to the slot. He shoots, he scores!
Everything means a lot, so everyone's got something to play for, and that's the best time of the year to play.
You know, win or lose, you got to move on to the next. You know, we got a lot of hockey coming up, and the main goal is to get in. You know, you get in, anything can happen, and you know that's what everybody should be striving for.
It's time to put our foot on the gas and keep pushing forward and moving up in the leaderboard.
After missing the playoffs the past 2 seasons, there's more motivation than ever for the Kraken to keep playing. It's easy to get caught up in the pressure, but the players know right now they just need to take it one game at a time.
Just the atmosphere of all these games, it's win or lose, and you're either in the playoffs or you're not. So we know how important every single game is, and it's fun when there's pressure like that, at least for me. And I think just knowing how big every moment is.
Seattle did not come back from the Olympic break as strong as expected, but that's not deterring them from the overall goal.
Now the challenge is for us to continue getting better and push right to the end.
I think we just got to have confidence in ourselves. Hey, we just got to keep playing the way we were. Realize, you know, exactly what it was that was helping us, you know, win games and contribute to us playing so well, which honestly is just work ethic and compete, playing really smart and hard. And, you know, if we bring that those components to the games coming up, we'll be just fine.
Marner with a shot stopped by McCord. He's got it.
It's crunch time for the Kraken, and it's going to take every member of this team to make the playoff goal possible.
We need to keep moving forward, and whatever I can bring to this team, whether that's hitting or bringing energy to the team, and that's what I'm going to do. So I would, we really want to play in the playoffs, and I would love to have my first playoff run this year, so we're all looking forward to it.
Well, I think everyone has that goal of making the playoffs, and that's been an achievable and a goal that we've all wanted to commit to, and I think guys have done a really good job of just cheering each other on and staying positive and helping each other through the grind of the season, despite all the distractions that may come with the deadline approaching and things like that. It's a little easy to get caught up in looking at the standings and who's winning and who's losing, and I think we just got to focus on what we can control, and that's how we play, and just focus on what we're doing in here and what we need to do to win our next game, and focus on that one game, and then as soon as it's over, move on to the next one.
He scores! Hey, what do you say?
Playing in the NHL is a goal for a lot of hockey players growing up. And for the Kraken, they're living their dreams every day. In this week's shootout, we asked the players who were their favorite players growing up.
My favorite player was Joe Sakic growing up.
Joe Sakic.
Steve Yzerman.
I would say it would be Stevie Yzerman.
I like Pavel Datsyuk.
Sidney Crosby and Pavel Datsyuk.
Sidney Crosby.
Wooly Kolzig.
Probably Ryan Suter.
Probably Patrick Waugh.
Drew Doughty.
I would say Lidstrom.
Patrick Kane. Corey Schneider.
Have you ever wondered what's going through the mind of a hockey goaltender when defending the net? Next on Kraken-home-ice, we're hearing from a mic'd up Philip Grubauer.
He's coming in faster.
Oh, got him. Ow, right up the arm.
Hockey goaltenders tend to look like they might be some of the scariest players on the ice, but it turns out they might be some of the funniest. We're hearing from a mic'd up Philip Grubauer.
See, a lot of the times, it's just a goalie by himself. Pretty lonely back here. It's actually pretty cold in here. My German brother. It's like Canada on the power play. Oh! Great puck pile. Last one was a laser. Great shooting, bud. Heads up. Gassed. That's a lot of shots. What are we doing? Shot ready or like high?
Shot ready. Or pardon me.
Shot
ready.
ready. Pick up the ice. That's good. Oh, right on my chest. No, I'm okay. You got that up there? Oh. Wow, you tipped that too. All right, come on, Schwartzy. He's coming in faster. Oh, got him. Ow, right up the arm. Yeah, back there. That's up. Whoa! That's it. Cut. That's a cut. That's the best I can do today.
Monday, March 2nd is Kraken Day. It's a tribute to Seattle becoming home to the 32nd team in the league and a celebration of the fans who made it all possible. This year, the team and the One Roof Foundation are bringing back the Kraken Favorite Things baskets for the Anchor auction. Players and coaches put together baskets or coolers with things that showcase who they are off the ice.
Our players really vary per personality, such as in Josh Mahura's, you wouldn't know, but he's really into Stranger Things, so you'll find t-shirts all the way down to the coolers and the stickers. If health and fitness is really your focus and goal for 2026, be on the lookout for Joey Decor's baskets. If you really kept up with the Olympics this year, Philip Grubauer's basket is definitely for you since he has a lot of memorabilia from his time there.
Fans can bid on the baskets at Monday's home game or online through the One Roof Foundation. February is Heart Health Month, and the Kraken and Virginia Mason Franciscan Health are working together to bring awareness and education to fans on how to avoid heart disease. We talked to a doctor from VMFH about the best ways to keep your heart healthy and maintain a healthy lifestyle.
People enjoy sports. People enjoy watching sports. People enjoy playing sports. But sports gives people an opportunity to do activities they really enjoy and at the same time benefiting their health by increasing their activity level, getting their heart rate up, getting their blood pressure up, and just improving their overall level of fitness. And I think with fitness, the most important thing that people need to do is find something they really enjoy doing. And if you enjoy it and you do it regularly, your health will improve and your heart health will improve and your overall risk factors will improve as well.
March is a month full of Kraken hockey at Climate Pledge Arena. On Monday, the Carolina Hurricanes come to town. Then the Kraken host the St. Louis Blues on Wednesday. And they close out the week against the Ottawa Senators on Saturday. After returning to action with back-to-back road games, the Kraken are now home for a couple of weeks. And playing in front of that home crowd should give them a nice boost to start that stretch run. And that'll do it for this episode of Kraken Home Ice. Thanks for looking in. We'll see you next week.